So, what's the day looking like for you guys? In my area, it is raining. It says humid, so obviously it's raining. I think we are going to have a mostly rainy day. It's warm, it's comfortable outside, and we had a very heavy rain last night. Um, I'm just taking in the day. I have the next 2 days off. Again, as always, I feel like I have a lot going on. So I just got a call about one of my medications. I used to take Humira, an injectable, a pen injection. And so at the beginning of the year, we changed from Humira to, how do you say, a Hyramaz. It is a replacement or a equivalent type of injectable for Humira. Humira is taken for all types of different autoimmune diseases, and I have one that is prescribed for, and I'm told that it also helps with some of the symptoms of another issue that I have. So I deal with Crohn's disease, and I also have mixed connective tissue disease. The Hyramaz is actually prescribed for my Crohn's disease. And I take a whole different medication for the mixed connective tissue disease. Again, the injectable, however, is supposed to be beneficial for both issues and the symptoms that I deal with because of those issues. So my little interruption that I just had was because I've always used the pen injections. I think it's psychological because with the pen injection, you don't see it. It's kind of hidden. You just press that pen against your leg, push a button, boop, it's over. Well, for some reason, they started giving me the syringe injection. And that needle, just seeing that needle like that, it gives me pause. Now, don't get me wrong, I still do it. And to be honest, it doesn't really hurt. But first of all, I don't know why they changed. So I just reached out to the pharmacy and they told me what I need to do to get that changed. But are any of you like that? If you have to use an injectable, is it easier for you to do the injection using a pen delivery system versus the syringe delivery system? Because, like, that syringe, when you take that cap off, that syringe is looking at you like, mm hmm. Is it just me? I don't think it's just me. Um, Also, just a thought. What do you think about the biologicals that are out there and the various uses for them? The fact that we're here with all this autoimmune issues, like I don't, I started dealing with some of the issues that I have with autoimmune diseases before I even knew that that's what they were, that they were actually autoimmune. I was diagnosed back in 2006. Um, and just, I've dealt with things over the years. And it is what it is. But, there was a time that I thought most of it was just environmental. Most of it is what we eat. And could be true, but I have a lot of it in my family. Like, I know this stuff is hereditary. I have a aunt who has the same mixed connective tissue disease as well. However, I think her diagnosis was lupus first, and then I think Sjogren's. I think she has the issue with her eyes, um, and with me, and because she has those two functional diseases, is considered a mixed connective tissue disease. No, she actually, I think she said that she had been diagnosed with it as mixed, but the lupus is a little more prevalent in hers. Whereas with me, I was diagnosed with a mixed connective tissue disease. And what took me to the doctor was the pain. I had a pain that was going on in my shoulders, in my wrist, and my ankles that I just couldn't describe. A general feeling of just not feeling well. And then when I had like a really bad flare up, I was also had a type of rash that was appearing on my chest and everything. So they never kind of leaned toward lupus, but it was the mixed connective tissue disease. And another part of that, which I'll put on the screen because I feel like I'm gonna say it wrong, it's a poly type called disease with the muscular issue. And anyway, once I got on the hydroxychloroquine, also known as Plaquenil, it took about 6 months for me to get some relief and be able to kind of get back to myself. The Crohn's is, again, what I was initially diagnosed with back in 2006. The mixed connective tissue disease was in 2020. And I didn't start taking the biological for the Crohn's until I think 2022, I believe. So anyway, I feel like I done got all the way off on a whole topic that I didn't plan on talking about, but it's a part of my life. And you tell me, what are you dealing with, if you're dealing with anything like this, or do you know people who are going through that as well? Another thing that I have to do, I need to make an appointment for my eyes because every 6 months I need to have a eye exam by an optometrist. I get pretty extensive testing on my eyes because the Plaquenil, also known as hydroxychloroquine, can have an impact on your vision. So they test me and make sure that I'm good. And I know I'm a little late on my testing. So I might call y'all back in a few minutes. Something else come up. And I'm sure it probably will. The last thing that I want to show you before I let y'all go and get back to whatever you're doing is my Sturgis t-shirt. Yeah, my Sturgis motorcycle riding t-shirt. And I say motorcycle riding, but it was my destination t-shirt. Just want to say that although I have dealt over the years with some issues, when I was really up to it a couple years back, your girl, she rode her own to Sturgis, South Dakota. Yes, I did. From Ohio to Sturgis. And yeah, in South Dakota. And while we were in South Dakota, we kept riding and we went over to Wyoming. So yeah, I've ridden my motorcycle, my freewheeler, Harley Davidson freewheeler, to multiple states. So you can do some things even if you have challenges, if you set goals and if it's what you want to do. So I just wanted to end this vlog with that statement. Sometimes you can't keep doing some things that you want to do. Sometimes you can start doing different things if you can no longer do the things that you used to do. But don't stop. Keep having goals and, keep living. Just keep living. Be about reinvention. It's time for us to reinvent ourselves. That's my opinion. So you have a great day.